Hello and welcome to your Security Boost podcast, in which we demystify security and simplify protection for your personal and business valuable assets. I am Iota Nicolaidou, your hostess. Let's get started. Hey there! I hope you're having a fantastic day and thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are going to talk about the perfect accessories for protection. So it's Fashion Week in London and designers all over the world are setting up the trends for the season. From the colors to the style and accessories, people are traveling all over the world to watch the coming fashion trends firsthand. But what if they are teaching us much more than fashion trends? Today, we have 5 security principles taught by the fashion industry. Just keep listening and you will understand what I am talking about. Lesson number 1. Hat to cover your most valuable assets. Other than a perfect accessory, a hat is used to protect the face and eyes from the sun. We all know how dangerous the sun is for the skin. Women are very careful with their skin, especially their face, and they spend a lot of money on creams, facials, and sunscreen. They use hats in order to cover and protect their face from the sun. Furthermore, did you know that most of the body temperature lives from the head? That is why you need a hat to cover the most valuable assets you have. I'm talking about the shields you put up like a firewall and an antivirus, which are used to stop the malware coming your way. Lesson number 2. Gloves for covering your digital fingerprint. Have you noticed that criminals use gloves to kill other people in order to avoid leaving traces of their identity? Well, in the digital world, we leave traces everywhere. From your IP address to the metadata you leave with every image or file you send online, all this is considered your digital fingerprints. And I'm not saying anything about cookies. Just to clarify, your IP address identifies your physical address, and your metadata includes data you did not intentionally attach to your image or file sent. However, someone can analyze your metadata and find information about the software you use, programs and operating system, and use that data to craft an attack by taking advantage of this software. How can you solve that? Use a VPN and a software to clean the metadata attached to your images and files you upload online. Both take just a few seconds. Glasses for better visibility of your protection services. You know that feeling when the sun is blinding your eyes and you cannot see anything? Well, that is very serious for your security. Not having the ability to see what is working and what is not working for you feels like being blind on your protection journey. And we definitely want to avoid this. Let me give you an example. An antivirus can show you a site which is infected with malware in order to avoid visiting it, or a document which is infected with malware to avoid opening it. A network monitoring software can tell you which devices are connected to your network in order to spot an intruder. Simple, right? Lesson number 4. Scarf and coat for multiple levels of protection. During the cold weather, we wear multiple layers of clothes in order to feel warmer. I remember when I was living in Brussels, it was so cold that I had to wear so many layers of clothes. I was doubling up my volume, which was really fascinating to the people around me, yet effective for me. Hey, do not judge. If you would stay out for 10 minutes in the cold, you couldn't even feel your legs anymore. I still have this woven scarf with which I used to make 3 rounds around my neck to be able to keep a decent temperature. But this episode is not about my time living in cold weather. It's about security and the lessons you can learn from fashion. That is how you should approach your security, with multiple layers or levels of protection. Each level has its strengths and weaknesses. Using multiple levels allow us to cover more our protection by covering with the strengths of the one level the weaknesses of the other one. In security, we never expect a system or approach to cover everything. We do have alternative solutions when that fails. And lesson number 5, heals for in-game security. Have you noticed that when you see things from a distance, they feel more comprehensive? You feel like you see the biggest picture of what is happening. Consider Great Alexander during the war. Each of his soldiers knew their position and way of action only. He had saw the big picture. He was designing on a map how many soldiers he had, their positioning, and what action they should take. That is why you need in-game security, which basically means the best security which you can have. And disclaimer here. The best security does not mean the most expensive security. It means a more strategic security where you plan exactly how and when you will utilize your available resources in the best possible ways, thus securing your most valuable assets. There we go. 5 security principles taught by the fashion industry and me. I cannot wait to hear your comments, so leave them below or head to yotanikolaidou.com and let's continue the conversation. You will find the link in the description of this episode. Have a great day, and until next Monday, stay safe.